This is 5 on your side at 6. Focused on you.
First tonight, tracking winter weather. The snow and rain moving into the region right now. Thank you for being with us. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Kelly Jackson. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell. He is busy monitoring the system and the temperatures with the Weather First forecast. Scotty?
And those temperatures are staying just above freezing. That's good news for us as we head into this evening. Yes, we had a little rain at the onset in some spots, but then it quickly zipped over to some snow, mostly on the light side, but at times it does pick up once it finally starts reaching the ground. Visibility dropped way off here as we look from City Park back towards downtown St. Louis. Yes, we've had some snow sliding into the metro area. No, for the most part, it's not all that impressive. Now, here's the thing. We see this moving up along 270 on the north side here of the metro, especially in Madison County. Some of that's not even reaching the ground yet. But then we have another batch down into Jefferson County that's expanding here down towards Eureka and Fenton. And that's working its way to the north. That will start reaching the ground if it isn't right now. Kind of looks like it's not snowing back at the zoo, but it is snowing a little bit downtown. We have had wet roads develop down 67 for sure down towards Farmington. And our temperatures right now are running just a hair above freezing just about everywhere. That's good news. Now, as far as accumulations go, we might see upwards of an inch on some of the grassy surfaces, especially east and southeast of St. Louis. But again, grassy surfaces because our temperatures for the most part are just above freezing. We have dropped to about freezing in Salem and Farmington, pretty close in Centerville. So watch those hills southwest of St. Louis, especially the elevated surfaces for a few slick spots. That should be about it. See you in a few minutes.
And you can get the Weather First forecast sent straight to your phone. Just text the word weather to 314-425-5355 and we'll send it to you.
Right now, a man is behind bars accused of breaking into a woman's home and setting it on fire. It happened in Fayette County, Illinois, in the small community of Brownstown. That's about an hour east of St. Louis. Justina Coronel is back from Fayette County. What is the latest on this case?
Well, Kelly, this happened last Saturday night, and 36-year-old Tyler Rowe is charged with multiple crimes, including home invasion and arson. And earlier today, the victim in this case welcomed us into her home and talked about the terrible moment, and her experience revealed a curveball.
This is my home.
Sandra Stein has faced life's unpredictable hand before.
And in 2020, midst of the pandemic, my mom was slowing down a little bit, so I moved back here to the house.
The retired teacher returned to Brownstown, Illinois, an area near and dear to her heart.
I fit 35 years in at Brownstown. I got to teach kids kindergarten through 12. That's my certification.
That's why many of her former students are rallying for her right now.
I just disturbed whatever he was wrapping up.
Saturday evening, she came home to an intruder.
I had a blow to my arm, I feel, to knock my phone out, and I go, oh, I have an intruder. And then I had a force to my right side, and suddenly there was a pressure behind my back, and I'm surrounded by this powdery white substance. My glasses get knocked off, and I start flailing. Eyes are burning a bit, and then I just ran out this front door, and I stood over here by the driveway.
Prosecutors are charging 36-year-old Tyler Rowe for the crimes.
He concentrated on where might valuables be, and it was my mom's jewelry, my jewelry.
The 4 felony charges include arson.
Tyler's action killed my mom's cat. Tess died due to smoke inhalation.
After his arrest, Stein reunited with her family's belongings.
My mom's rings were there and my dad's rings, and that made me very happy.
An unforeseen twist in this case is that Tyler Rowe is her former student.
I think Tyler saw me as easy pickings. I don't think it was a personal vendetta.
Yet for her, the overwhelming love coming her way is the most unexpected move of all.
I know that people in my community are so awesome, and I'm feeling so loved, and I am so humbled, and there's got to be a better word. But I'm blessed. I am blessed with good people in my life.
Police say following all of this, the suspect left in the victim's car and a police pursuit followed. He was eventually stopped and an officer shot Tyler Rowe. Now that part of the case is still under police investigation. As for support for Sandra, there is an account set up at the First National Bank in Brownstown for anyone wanting to help.
All right, thank you, Justina. Tonight, new imagery has been released in an unsolved missing persons case.
Shamika Cozy disappeared a few days after Christmas on December 30th in 2008.
5 on your side's Travis Cummings reports on a new tool that could help in finding her.
This is a photo of Shamika Cozy at 16 years old. The teen vanished just a few days after Christmas on December 30th in 2008 in Berkeley, Missouri. Cozy's mother says her daughter was picked up at her home by her cousin. The two were planning to have a sleepover at the cousin's house on Napier Drive.
My niece said they stayed up to like 1:30 a.m. watching movies. And when she went to bed, that Shamika was there on the couch in the living room. That's where she was sleeping at.
A casual sleepover was normal for the two, but on that next morning, Shamika's aunt woke up and noticed that Shamika was nowhere to be seen and the door was unlocked. Shamika's purse and jacket were also missing, but her clothes and overnight bag were still inside the home.
My child would not leave and be gone like this on her own without contacting her family. She would not do this at all. I know for a fact.
Years later, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children has released a new age progression image of what Shamika may look like today at 31 years old. The NCMEC now puts artificial intelligence to work to assist in quickly cleaning up photographs of missing children by cleaning up backgrounds, changing clothing, or eliminating some of the unnecessary details. The Berkeley Police Department told us over the phone the investigation is ongoing, and if they have any leads, they'll follow up. Meanwhile, Shamika's mother is prayerful this updated photograph may come to life.
I miss you. I love you. I pray that I see you one day in this life.
Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
And if you have any information about Shamika Cozy or her disappearance, you're asked to call the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. It's 800-THE-LOST, or the Berkeley Police Department at 314-524-3311. National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, again, that is 800-843-5678.
For less than 12 hours today, city government workers in St. Louis were once again required to wear masks. But late this afternoon, Mayor Tashara Jones reversed that mandate after pushback from hospitals, health experts, and Governor Mike Parson. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, is live outside City Hall with more on this mix-up. Mark.
Yeah, when's the last time you wore one of these? If you work at City Hall, you had to dig into the old stash and wear a mask to work today. All of that, and most of the people we saw here today at City Hall were in fact wearing one, despite what we heard from surrounding health officials and hospital officials in the greater region that said perhaps the city's initial alarm bells were a bit overstated.
Tremors of a triple-demic trickled through St. Louis Friday after the city's health director sent this alarming letter warning of a surge in respiratory viruses. It said cases of the flu shot up 55% over a 5-year average. RSV cases at Barnes-Jewish Hospital were 190% higher than the last 4-year average, and severe cases of COVID-19 hospitalizations were up 38% over last month. The letter used urgent language like, "We must take action to prevent strain on our hospital systems." The city then mandated all government workers wear masks and recommended everyone in St. Louis do the same indoors. But in St. Louis County,
it's moderate. It's not alarming.
Dr. Jim Hendricks treated infectious diseases for 40 years and now advises county officials on when to implement any mask rules.
We would probably consider it if we're really seeing stresses in the healthcare system in terms of hospitalization.
BJC Healthcare seemed surprised by the city's mandate, saying BJC is not seeing a strain on hospital capacity. We are experiencing a seasonal increase in respiratory illness, which is typical for this time of year. And at Mercy Hospital, an official describing it as a typical winter. Friday morning, the first update from St. Louis city leaders. Upon further review of the data, the City Department of Health wishes to clarify. References to Barnes-Jewish Hospital were no longer listed. In its place, less alarming statistics that still showed respiratory viruses were trending up. And then late Friday afternoon, the mayor's office sending a final memo saying the mandate for workers was no longer required and is instead strongly recommended.
I also confirmed that chiefs of staff for Mayor Jones and Governor Parson spoke this afternoon, just moments before the mayor would reverse her decision. And while the city health department may be rolling back some of their initial mandates, they're still strongly encouraging everyone in the city to wear a mask indoors, and of course get your vaccination to make sure your immune system is better protected against those 3 viruses going around. Live downtown, Mark Maxwell, 5 on your side.
Reduced to rubble, the accident that sent a man to the hospital and left the South County house in ruins.
January means eagle watching in the bi-state. The reason you might need eagle eyes, though, to spot one this year.